Hey everybody, Matt Burnell here from ClickBid, and I want to go through a tutorial of a new product that we've created. It is game-based fundraising, and it is coming out in timing with the 2026 Winter Olympics. It's a beta product, and we're trying to provide something for nonprofits during the slow winter season that people can do online and really drive engagement for your donors in your nonprofit. I'm going to break this tutorial into two parts. First, I'm going to try to go through very quickly on how this works. If you're in a hurry and you want to get this set up, you can just follow along, pause, do things. And then I'm going to break it down maybe a little bit more. So let's get started. I am in my admin at the organization level. We have the green kind of top that tells us we're in the organization level. The first thing I want to do is I want to create, I'm going to go here to my API settings. And this is something that probably don't use that often, but with the game beta that we're rolling out, we are using the API. It's a very easy and reliable way to move data back and forth between a game and ClickBid. So what I'm going to do is just simply create a token. I'm going to choose the event that I want to connect with. In this case, it's my Let It Snow event. And I'm just going to give it a name. Doesn't matter what name it is. I'm just going to choose 4939, the event ID, and update. Then what I want to do is take this token that it created, and this is the only time you're ever going to see this token. So if you forget it or lose it, you're going to have to make a new one. So you just click this little copy icon, it gives you a check mark, and now we're going to hang on to that. From there, I'm going to go to events. The game actually works off of the donations text to give. So before you build your landing page, you're going to want to go to the donation text to give in the settings. And I am going to just set a goal here of, let's just say $5,000, not 10. And then I'm going to set some suggested amounts. Basically, I'm setting up a donation, an online donation. So I've set 5 or 6 increments, 500 down to $25. And everything else kind of operates the same as it always has. And once that's done, you can just go back to, I'm going to click on home. And then I'm going to go to my software settings, landing page builder. In my landing page builder, I'm going to just make a very simple landing page for the fundraiser itself. Now, I used Gemini's Nano Banana and I asked it to make an image. So what I did was I went to settings, hero, and then I chose hero 6. And then I uploaded the picture that I got from Nano Banana, and I closed my settings and I just got rid of the placeholder text. So that way it's just all it is at this page is just the full screen of the background image so that you'll see that. And I'll show you that in a second. The other thing in the settings that I did is I went to nav. Like let's say in April, I'm going to do another kind of a gala or, school fundraiser. For now, all I'm doing is just getting my donors engaged. Welcome back to the new year. Let's celebrate the Olympics together and let's have a little fun. So I'm going to turn off tickets. I'm going to turn off the auction. I'm going to show the donation link. And yes, if I have sponsors, go ahead and show those in the side menu. And then I'm going to close my settings and I'm going to come down here, and I deleted all of my content blocks. So I have nothing in my landing page right now. I'm going to press add, and then I'm going to choose game block. All right. And then I'm going to say title, and I'm going to say game on. And then let's get in it to win it. Probably can come up with something better than what I did, but anyways. So then I'm gonna hit OK. It's gonna say show block. I can choose a background color, and then my alignment, I'm just gonna go with center. And that's where you drop that key, that API key that we got previously. Just paste it, Control V, Apple V, and then hit save. And that is it. So now, again, all I have to do is open my landing page. And here it is, Let It Snow. I can make a donation if I want. And now I can play this game. Well, let's check this game out. What does it look like? So I'm just going to hit play game. It takes me to the game page and I can play for free. Now you'll notice I already have some people playing the game, but I'm going to go ahead and play it myself. So I'll just hit start and it's free to play. There's no participation or no donations necessary. You can play it all day, every day. But anyway, it's just a 3D game. If you've ever played a slalom course, you just kind of move left and right with your arrow keys. If you're on a desktop, if you're on a phone or smart device, you just tap the screen on either side to move your skier around. And your goal is to dodge all the flags and start competing. Oops, I got hit with a couple. I have 5. Oh, hit another one. Game over. it tracks my score. Now, here's the deal. I am in the second place with that gameplay. If I want to lock it in on the scoreboard, let's make a donation. So I can click donate to save. And now what it's going to do is it wants to connect the game to your ClickBid account. So what's my email address that I'm going to make my donation under? Let's just do Matt plus, I'm just going to do Matt plus donation at cbo.io. And I'm going to continue to donate. And now it's going to pop me open into the ClickBid online donation tool. So I'm just going to pick my donation amount. Let's do $50. Next. And then I'm going to put in my phone. And I'm going to put that email address in that I had before, donation at cbo.io. And then I'm going to say Matt donor. And I'll put in my address. This is great because this helps me get all this great information as a nonprofit. Again, what we're trying to do is explore and experiment with the gamification. Games have been very popular online, and, especially in the wintertime with the Olympics going on, we're kind of tying into a lot of different things, trying to get some excitement going and really, again, get some donor recognition and some nonprofit engagement is what we really want. And so, get people interested in your nonprofit. You can put a little information on the landing page. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I want to finish this donation and get back to the game. So now I've gone ahead and made my donation of $50. And once it checks out, it's going to let me know the receipt's been emailed, and I can close this window and get back to the game. And notice it automatically linked me back up because I put my email address on first. All right, hit close. And now let's just play again. I got my second place locked in. So let's say I'm terrible at this game and I'm getting started and I just think, I'm just not doing so hot. Man, I just can't dodge these flags. Oh, I'm down to my last flag. Oh, ouch, game over. Yeah, 100 points, not great, but I'm ranked 7. If I want to lock in that score, I've already made a donation, so I'm not asking for a donation every time you want to lock in a score. You can just click the already donated. What email address do you want to link this score to? And there we go. I locked it in. And then at any time, I can go look at the leaderboard and see how I'm doing. And then we can see how much it's been raised, how many times it's been played. So this is just kind of a fun way here on the Fundraiser to let an organization promote something during the Olympics. Use Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini to build some really cool, engaging emails, maybe some artwork. Now, some of the things that I recommend as a kind of a +1 to make this even better. You have your content block. You can make as many content blocks as you want. And what I would recommend too is that you can if I go to Nano Banana, try Nano Banana Pro in Gemini. All right. So now I'm in Gemini. You can see I've played around a little bit. One of the things that I think is really successful is when you want to make an image, I just clicked on create an image. Now I'm logged into Gemini. I use Google for Workplace for our company. I'm not 100% certain how Gemini works. If you have a free account or you're just using it in a Gmail account, you might be able to create 1 or 2 images just to try it out. But the goal of this is to really be descriptive so that you get the most out of your questions. One of the things I always try to make sure is, what do I want this to look like? So I just describe it. I'd like an image styled in the Disney 3D artwork style, like Cars or Big Hero 6. I used that a minute ago. For the image, I would like to have a young girl skiing down a hill, slaloming. So you don't even have to spell it right. That's probably not. Yeah, you can see it's underlined. Okay, I had it close. Slaloming. Now, a little bit of thinking about, okay, if I'm looking at this picture, let me describe it a little bit better. It is brightly colored with trees to the side, mountains in the background, and she is in her late teens and centered on the image. Under her is a bubble text that says Winter Fundraiser stacked. All right. Now I just hit go, and now it's going to take that and it's going to generate an image. And then there's this concept called one shot where if I put this prompt in, do I get the perfect image right away? Never, rarely. You want to, throw a couple extra prompts in and kind of keep working on it. So sometimes it is nice to have a pro account. I think this is great. Some form of image generation so that you can, get some really cool backgrounds. Oh, here you go. So Winter Fundraiser. Actually, this is really good. Holy cow. So this is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this. Actually, it says full size. I wonder if I can just right click on it and save image. Nano Banana is a skier desktop. Nano Banana, it makes some really big images. Okay, cool. This is only 92.2 kilobytes. So now I can go in and I've got my young boy skating through here, but let's go back into my landing page and I want to add another graphic. So let's just close my settings and I'm going to take this skier, not photo. I'm going to take skier and I'm going to drop it. Let's see. Maybe I can do that. There we go. Yep. So it drops it in there. It's pretty small. Let's make it bigger. There we go. Nice and big. All right. Now, do I want, game on? Do I want in it? Let's get in it to win it. Let me go back to my settings here. I'm going to turn off the title. There we go. And under it, notice how I've got some content. I'm going to use Auction GPT to help me here. I need 2 sentences that promotes a fun skiing, and that SLA slalom, promotes a fun skiing slalom game where donors can log their scores into a competitive 3D game. The fundraiser is to now in the Auction GPT, what I want to ask it is, well, one, I want you to be fun and creative, come up with something exciting. And what's the point? So the fundraiser is meant to support scholarships at our school. Be sure to share with your family for more exciting competition. So try your hand at our exhilarating ski slalom. Log scores for a chance to win bragging rights to help. This is great. Let's add another content block underneath it. And let's do an about. Let's just do image text split. Okay, so we're going to say about us. Why are we doing this fundraiser? Show header, alignment left, image edge to edge, background image. Let's do, I had this image. It's not exactly relevant, but let's just put it up here. And position right. So let's just hit save. There we go. Okay. So why are we doing this fundraiser? Again, Auction GPT. During the winter months, it is cold, there are snow days, and we get disconnected with our parents. This is for a school. We want to help stay engaged and also support future students with scholarships. We're excited to use this game to engage and encourage competition among parents, among parents and students. All your donations go toward helping a future student attend. All right, now please rewrite this. You got to give Auction GPT a reason. What do you want? Please rewrite this in a fun and heartfelt way. All right. So I'm not a great writer. So there you go. Now I can come in here and edit this all I want, but there you have it. Now I've made, my changes are made, and now I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a look at it. And then there you go. So I can play the game. I can learn about what's going on. And again, I don't need my campaign or my landing page to be, ridiculously complicated. I want it to be simple. And so on the menu, I can say, home, sponsors, game on, about us. I can go to about us. I can learn about it and so on. So it's, these don't need to be complicated. I think, some nice kind of cool artwork can really help bring people's attention to it. And then, of course, I can play the game anytime I want. I can look at the leaderboard, kind of see who's winning and who's competing. And yeah, so hopefully this is a fun little opportunity for you to build a fun leaderboard. I'd love to see some of these. Go ahead and share them with our team so we can see what they are. I'm excited to see how people are doing, what scores are. I've personally played this game over 100 times in building it and testing it. Something I'm very excited about. This was possible because of the ability of AI to expand my programming skills. We have an incredible team of developers and testers that are always working on the current platform, making it better, making these landing pages possible, so that I get the opportunity and the privilege to build something. AI really makes that possible. So we're seeing some real gains here in that landscape. So I'll probably do a deeper pod on this at some point. But yeah, hopefully, this is helpful, and looking forward to see what everybody builds.